Welcome. I'd like to offer you a little something different today, something I don't normally talk too much about. It's about success and succeeding and what's in it for you, maybe more than what I talked about before. The reason I do all of this is because I actually have a great passion for sales training and running teams of salespeople. I love what I do, and it's important to know that some people struggle more than others. I'm one of the salespeople who struggled with something called sales call reluctance. It made it very difficult for me to make and progress certain types of sales presentations to certain people. But I found a book when I was about 17 years old called Telesales, ESP and How to Make It Work for You in Telesales. The funny thing is that I was a student of psychology, and I'm still a student of psychology, and I found that it was very interesting, but it shouldn't have been something I believed in. I actually started to believe in a lot of things after I read this book, and it fucked me up a little bit. But the interesting thing is that it said that I had to use and construct these elaborate imaginary positions before I made an attempt at selling with someone. And what I had to do is I had to create an environment where I believed that the products and services that I was selling were the best things for the customer, and I had to create an elaborate set of ideas about who the customer was before I ever met them. What's funny is that immediately after reading the book, my sales conversions doubled. And because of that, I started to believe in it, and I started to believe that there was a such thing as ESP, and I was able to transfer all these ideas to other people. And it took me a little while to figure out that what was happening was the difference between my belief and what I was doing prior to reading the book, and my belief in what I was doing after I read the book, about how much time I'd spent and creating an image of the organization I was working for, the product I was selling, about how much I was thinking about the customer, about how much I was into listening to them prior to reading the book. And so I now understand that what happened was a coincidence between reading the book and what I was doing, in part. In part because at the same time that I was looking at the customer and started to transmit ideas telepathically to them, I started to be very concerned about the customer. I started to think about the customer on the other side of the desk, or in fact on the other side of the telephone. And what I discover now is that was really the secret of success. The secret of success was starting to think about the customer and to actually care about them. I have a lot of tips and tricks, and maybe not so much tricks, but more about how to structure yourself and about why people will buy you, what it is that they buy about you, an awful lot of information about how human beings communicate in such a way so that they can get on very well, and about how, in fact, they sometimes don't because of the blocks that we have around communication. One thing I can tell you that is highly effective as a salesperson, as a father, as a lover, as a friend: if you care about the other person immensely, if you extend yourself out to them, you will find that more comes back to you. The secret to success in selling is to love your customer before you even meet them. If you are open to having a great relationship with this person and you don't deny them the love that you have inside of yourself because of something that they do, if you don't block it because of some sort of expectation that's being placed on them, if you force yourself, if you become a manipulative or contemplative, if you can contemplate and you structure yourself and you use too many techniques, what happens is you may forget that the person that you're meeting is real, is a human being. and needs to experience you as a person. You need to think about that very carefully before you make your next presentation. Think about the person that you're going to meet and extend yourself to them with your heart. Look, the secret to selling is love. Good luck with it. Take care.